At least 30 news organizations declined to sign a new Pentagon access policy with added restrictions for journalists ahead of a Tuesday deadline. The new policy says journalists could be branded security risks and have their Pentagon press badges revoked if they ask department employees to disclose classified and some types of unclassified information. Reuters is among the outlets that have refused to sign, citing the threat posed to press freedoms. All five major U.S. broadcast networks issued a joint statement on Tuesday, saying the policy was, quote, without precedent and threatens core journalistic protections, and that it would restrict journalists' ability to report on national security issues. The new rules followed weeks of negotiations with Pentagon officials. A lawyer familiar with those talks said the requirement that reporters acknowledge that disclosure of sensitive information could harm U.S. national security could aid prosecutors if they sought to charge a reporter for disclosing defense information under the Espionage Act. At least one organization, conservative cable news outlet One American News, signed on to the new policy. Reuters could not immediately confirm if others had also signed it. The Pentagon's policy is the latest expansion of restrictions on press access under Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who has called the requirements common sense, citing national security concerns. U.S. President Donald Trump was asked on Tuesday whether he had spoken to Hegseth about the policy change.
I'll let him speak for himself, but I think he finds the press to be very disruptive in terms of world peace and maybe security for our nation.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon Press Association, which represents more than 100 news organizations that regularly cover the military, including Reuters, has urged Pentagon leadership to reconsider the policy. The department has set a Tuesday deadline for news organizations to agree to it or turn in their Pentagon press badges and clear out their workspaces in the building by Wednesday.